The Prime Minister has set out new plans for a new police task force to crack down on grooming gangs, but it's a move that hasn't come without controversy.
Yeah, the rollout will see the police use ethnicity data to help with their investigations. And that's something ministers argue is necessary to ensure cultural sensitivities do not stop criminals being caught.
Our political editor Andy Bell has more on this story.
Yeah, no, exactly.
The Prime Minister and Home Secretary today in Rochdale announcing what they call a crackdown on child sexual exploitation.
It is an absolutely horrific crime, and the fact that grooming gangs are preying on young people across our country and our communities is a huge failing.
There'll be a new task force, and it'll be a criminal offence for anyone working with children not to report suspicions of abuse. But they also wanted to make a point about past investigations, where the Prime Minister said they'd been hampered by worries about saying the wrong thing.
With the specific issue of grooming gangs in particular, well, we've had inquiries, independent inquiries into the incidences at Rochdale, Rotherham, Telford. It is clear that when victims or whistleblowers raise concerns with people, those concerns were ignored, and often the reasons that they were ignored were put down to people wanting to be not culturally insensitive or because of political correctness, and that's not right.
The independent report on Rotherham did say several staff described their nervousness about identifying the ethnic origins of perpetrators for fear of being thought racist. Others remembered clear direction from their managers not to do so. At the weekend, the Home Secretary singled out British Pakistani men as being involved in gangs carrying out sexual abuse. But the most recent comprehensive review of this says, in line with the population of the UK, the majority of child sexual exploitation offenders in certain samples are white. But there is also some limited evidence of an overrepresentation of Asian offenders compared with their proportion of the population. However, the evidence is often based on small sample sizes, not meant for generalisation to the wider population.
What's happened is a kind of relatively small subset of offenders have been zoomed in on and singled out, and there's this kind of misconception that they are representative of the broader problem of child sexual abuse or child sexual abuse in groups, and this is not true.
The government says part of its plan is to gather more data on this highly emotive issue. And getting the facts right has to be part of finding a better way to protect children. Andy Bell, 5 News.